Hi, Namaskar, Pranam. My two pence of what I've realized that makes life blissful and peaceful are three important questions that you have to answer. One is, who are you? This is a very difficult question. Although you may think knowing yourself is very easy, it is impossible. It's like the case of the hunter being the hunted. You can know yourself in the deepest being you are nothing, as we all are nothing. We are a creation of the mind, an interpretation of the mind, of a personality we choose to be. And it can be so many other things of who we are. A personality is very difficult. Sometimes we do things that we have no reason to do it. We get shocked how we did it or why we did it. Sometimes we say something and we don't know where it came out from. So some things we don't know about our own personality which we'll never know. It's a case of the hunter being the hunted. But you can recognize some patterns in your mind. Patterns in the mind are some things that triggers you off. A thought, something about some person or something which takes a certain pattern in your mind and it goes through some sort of a network. All our mind is patterns, they're networks, and every thought leads to a certain network. And there are some negative networks, like we all have. If some thought comes, it will go to a negative network. If you can identify these networks or these thought patterns, you're better off. You're saying, oh, I've got caught in that thought pattern. You can negate it, saying it's just a thought pattern. It's easily said, but very difficult to deal away with it, because that pattern itself is so strong. It imposes itself and it takes over your life. As I said, not everything is it's easily understood, but very difficult to apprehend and live. So one important thing is to know yourself. In your deepest being, realize you're nothing. The best is to take life impersonally. This is my experience. The more I took life personally, the more it took me into turmoil. And it was the message from all the great seers. See, Sri Krishna says, I am the life of all that lives. So in the deepest being, we are all Sri Krishna. Where are you? You're not there. Jesus said, deny yourself. Again, he's saying, deny yourself. Forget about yourself. Take life impersonally. Buddha said, Annata, there's no self. Again, he's talking about no individual self. So take life impersonally. The more you take it personally, the more you get into problems. Everything becomes a problem. And nobody, life screws them all. Nobody dies a virgin. Everybody has some turmoil, and life itself destroys you, which is a blessing. If you wake up to that was supposed to be destroyed, and you wake up to what really exists, which is impersonal life. Brahman or sense of God in Hinduism is impersonal. It is not a personal loving God as in some faiths. It is impersonal. It doesn't care about you. It has no time to think about everybody. How can it? It is what is living through everybody. It has only time to think about itself. You have to forget about yourself and connect with that. Then you are in divine space and realization. So first is know who you are. That is, recognize just the patterns in your mind. 2 is understand what makes you happy. What are the things that makes you happy? I'm a creative artist. I've realized that about my personality. I love, the thing about creative arts, a creative artist enjoys the dopamine rush when he does something creatively new. What happens is, our neurons are all connected. When you do something new, like say you write a new poem, or you do a new painting, or you crack a new puzzle, you're thinking about something of Shankara and Einstein, and suddenly you crack it, it all falls in place. A new network is connected in your neurons, a new set of network, and this releases dopamine naturally. Our system releases dopamine in our system, which is a feel-good, relaxed kind of enzyme. The system tells the entire system shuts off and it says to relax. It's a chill out. That high is the high artists and creative people enjoy when they do something new. It's a high because it's a new network in their brain, a new network, completely new. It didn't exist before that. That is the joy of creative people. That gives a dopamine rush. And it's the highest high a man can have, at least a creative artist. Even in business, you crack a deal, it's a new deal. You get a high. Why do you listen to new songs, new movies, new books? Because it's a new network. The old become boring. The same thing you listen again, it doesn't release dopamine rush. It becomes boring. Something new, it is novelty. It releases a new rush, a dopamine rush. So Second, find out what makes you happy. For me, it is doing something creative, enjoying my creativity. For you, it could be just doing work, making money, building your house in this world, buying a car, whatever it could be. It's very individual. It's personal. You have to know what makes you happy. And three, what is your purpose from this life? If you answer these three questions, your life is set. My purpose is very simple. I was reminded in my personal life that maybe I am wrong. Maybe I interpreted it wrong. That Indians are inferior to other people in the world right now, say the white skin or the Western man. And I've got into a kind of warpath that before I die, whatever I do, my paintings, after I die, probably they'll come out and people will see my work. It's happened to a lot of artists. When they're living, people think their work is just ordinary, simple. But when they die, people realize how unique it is. It is so unusual. It is not like what other artists do. They find something really brilliant. And a lot of great artists like that have been recognized after they've died. It's not that. And once you take life impersonally, you don't care about death. And you don't worry when recognition comes. If it comes, it doesn't come. You enjoy the process. But when you take impersonally, it doesn't make a difference. So the third thing is finding your purpose in life. So my purpose in life is just to redeem the pride of India. That we are a superpower in the world and one of the greatest nations in the world. We today don't bend our head down in front of anybody. I worked in the BPO. Again, I was reminded that we are slaves today in the BPO of the Western world, where we have to have alias names, and I called as Paul, and I was very disheartened, saying, why do I have to call as Paul? What's wrong with Chandran? Why can't I call with Chandran? What is this world? Why have they put us as third world slaves? I really found it as contemporary slaves of the world today. Why I left the job eventually. It was a different case. There was a case against me because of misappropriation, something. I don't want to get into that. But I gave in my resignation. Of course, the next day they told me I'm terminated. But I had given in my resignation before that, 24 hours before that. So I will also stand, but I had already given my resignation. I care a damn about your termination. And for me, it was denting my ego. I don't think I want interested in this free world, in a free country, modern India. So many people gave the independence for this country of ours, the superpower that we are, to be a slave in this contemporary world of the world, to be back-end slaves in the global market, in the BPO. So that is my purpose in life, and those are the three things that you have to know. Your life is set. 1, who are you? Understand the patterns of your mind. 2, what makes you happy? Whatever makes you happy. Could be playing cricket, could be listening to music, could be painting. For me, it's painting. For me, it's singing a song. For me, it is writing a book. All these creative things give me a lot of buzz. If every people is different, everybody are different. We are all unique. Nobody is the same. No two people are the same. We all are completely unique. Why I can't help you, you can't help me. I'm giving you a brass objective. What are the 3 important things? 1 is know yourself. That is the patterns of your mind. We all have patterns in our mind, and you'll recognize it. Sometimes you'll get certain thoughts which keep recurring. When a certain thing happens, the same thought recurs. It is just a pattern in your mind. Understand those patterns in your mind. It's better to understand the mind. There's no point trying to understand me. You don't try to understand me. That's a waste of time. Most of my friends are most bothered about me. Oh, he's crazy. I find them stupid. Why are you trying to bother about me? What are you to do? What are you trying to understand me? Understand yourself. Everybody said it. Osho said it. Don't try to understand me. Understand yourself. That is the way. So you understand yourself. Understand the patterns of your mind. Understand what makes you happy. Understand your purpose in life. What is your purpose in life? This life is finished in a blink in an eye. I know in the next 24-48 hours I may be gone. This body may be gone. We are unborn, undying. That is different. This is not the video about that. But what I'm trying to say is this life can be important. What is the purpose of this life in this life? My purpose is very clear: to redeem India's pride in the world. There are a lot of people doing it right now, and a lot of great Indian guys in the world who have taken up this challenge that India is going to be positioned as a great superpower. We are not a slave nation anymore. As V.S. Naipaul commented, India is a slave nation. No. India is no longer a slave nation. There are tigers like us around who will blow the slave nation's theory apart. We are complete superpowers in the world. At least the local Indians on the ground, they don't give a damn about these Angrez langurs. I wrote a book about this. These English-speaking Indians, they are still slaves of the Western world. But the local Indians have woken up to their independence. Thanks to Modi ji and few other independent leaders, they have woken up the Indian mind that we are a superpower in the world. We don't have to bend down in front of anybody today. Thank you. Understand these 3 questions. Who are you? What makes you happy? What is your purpose from this life? You are set. You have a beautiful life. 2-3 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2-3 days this life is. Enjoy it, know what you're doing, and be in bliss and live in peace that you have done your bit in this life. Cheers. God bless.